World Cup, Club World Cup to 32 teams beginning in 2019, rescheduling it in June, July. You said you wanted to know.
Dude, just tell me the gist of it, man.
I gotta read first. I gotta read first to understand, man. I can't just hang on. Give me 2 minutes then, and I'm just gonna do this.
Holy hell,
What
man.
do you want? Here, you know what? You read it, you tell it to me what you read. No. You take it. And you tell me what you learned from this.
Basically, you need...
No, not basically. Open it and read it.
Don't worry about it, man. And I bet you I'm right.
All right.
Basically, you needed to win some kind of tournament within the last 4 years, just like a World Cup, and that's how you qualify within regions.
Okay.
Boom!
See, you wouldn't have figured that out if I didn't do what I just did.
Served, bitch.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, now, there are rumored players that could come to Miami. Neymar was one of them. Didn't happen. But there are other rumors that could happen.
Who's the other rumor?
They're saying...
Ken?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
No, he wouldn't.
Could this happen?
No.
Okay, well, why do you... First of all, why do you say no?
He's not coming here. He's going to do another Saudi thing. Another Saudi contract. For a lot more money. He's talked about his interest about owning a club.
Well, okay, so they're saying, let me just read a couple of things that are actually happening. Inter Miami will do anything possible to unite Messi with Cristiano, according to TalkSport. Is what Inter Miami is saying. There is no future understanding of what the what is it called? The Al Nassr team. And they don't know that because his contract expires in next June, and he has yet to send
next year.
I know, but this could be something that they want to set up. Al Nassr wants to extend, but they don't know. He might accept a short-term deal with Inter exclusively to play in the tournament alongside Messi, because what they're talking about here is the FIFA
Club World Cup,
which is... This is something else that we're going to talk about because of this. This is kind of how I wanted to kind of do this conversation with you. Is that obviously right now Cristiano can't come. He's not going to come this year or in the summer or anything because he's on contract. So this could be a next year possibility. But that being said, a lot of the reason why they're feeling the shakeup in terms of clubs around Europe. Now I haven't heard of other clubs and what they're thinking, what their backup is. The FIFA Club World Cup, as of right now, to play into it, correct me if I'm wrong, you have to be the champion of your respected country.
No.
1 and 2.
I also think no.
What do you mean?
Go look at the teams that are there.
Right. You have to win. These are from each tournament around the world, right? Okay. So the AFC, the Asian Confederation, Al Hilal. We got this team from Japan and Korea. The CFA, it's the Middle East. But let's look at the CONCACAF. We have Seattle Sounders. We have Monterrey Pachuca, and there's a TBD because there's one spot open. Now you can see here why they. I
don't think this is right.
You don't think that's right?
No, I don't think you have the right thing.
Well, this is.
I don't think you have the right thing.
Yeah, because they won.
They don't. They have an Australian team there. There's no Australian team in this thing. Keep going down.
See? This is right.
Okay.
So, see, what we're understanding here is the reason that they got a slot in is because this is a World Cup. So they play every couple of years. So you qualify for the year that you...
What is Chelsea in there for?
Because they won... They won the Champions League in 2020, 2021. And that allows them to get in. So let me look at how you get in. You want to know? Let's see. It's returned from hiatus in 2005. So they haven't played since 2005, 2005. It was held annually in December, but it was limited to the winners of Continental Club competitions. But as of late 2016... Gianni Infantino suggested expanding the World Cup, Club World Cup to 32 teams beginning in 2019, rescheduling it in June, July. In late 2017, FIFA discussed proposals to expand the competition, but it was messed up because of COVID. and then they're gonna host in the United States 2025, and blah blah blah. You said you wanted to fucking know.
Fucking just tell me the gist of it, man.
I gotta fucking read first. I gotta read first to understand shit, man. I can't just like, hang on, give me 2 minutes then, and I'm just gonna do this.
Holy hell,
What
man.
do you want? Here, you know what? You read it, you tell it to me what you read. No. You take it, and you tell me what you learned from this.
Basically, you need...
No, not basically. Open it and read it.
Don't worry about it, man. And I bet you I'm right.
All right.
Basically, you needed to win some kind of tournament within the last 4 years, just like a World Cup, and that's how you qualify within regions.
Okay.
Boom!
See, you wouldn't have figured that out if I didn't do what I just did.
Served, bitch.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, see, these are the teams that are playing. A lot of Boca Juniors, River Plate. But, okay, what I was trying to get at before is that it's a lot of big clubs, a lot of big teams that are in this that weren't planning to be in this because of how far along or whatever.
I mean, like, there's a lot of problems that come up with this because, like,
well, that's what people were.
MLS season is still going on, right? That's like the weird scheduling of it.
Yeah,
the teams that are on break, are they going to bring their stars because they only get a month off? So are they going to be like, hey, I'm going to come play the Club World Cup over my vacation?
Yeah.
Who said it? I think it was a Colombian player. Or I can't remember what player said it. He said my next vacation is going to be 2027.
Right.
Because he had all the club games.
Yeah.
I think he played in Real Madrid. I think Valverde. Valverde is the one who said it. My next kind of vacation would be 2027.
Yeah.
And he was like, I got the Club World Cup, right, over the summer. Then the season starts.
Yeah.
Then he's got the World Cup after that.
Yeah.
So, in that summer that comes up.
But look at how interesting this is too, because it says here, like, just kind of how they're doing the slotting. Real Madrid is in because they won last year's Champions League.
Yeah,
and Manchester.
It's like every 4, like they'll do this in the next 4 years. Resetting after this. If you win something in the 4 years coming up, you get a slot.
Yeah.
And so, we get it because Messi plays, because we didn't technically win anything.
Right, so they're the winners of the Supporter Shield.
Technically, if it would be in league format, points format, we won the league.
Right. So I know they were making a big stink about that because they were like, why is Inter going when they didn't win anything, but it's like, or whatever, but it's also Messi. So there's kind of like, we're going to let in, the teams that we're going to let in.
Because they're going to play on Nassar.
Well, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. So, what I was trying to get at is that this thing wasn't important. Like, you heard of it, nobody watched it, a team would win, like, whatever. Now, because they want to make this a big thing, you get more money if you win this and playing in it than you do the Champions League.
Yeah.
Now, so we're talking about these clubs who depend on Champions League to give them that boost. It's a lot of money, so they always want to qualify for the Champions League. Now there's this extra thing that is more that they get more money in their pockets. So where do you put the importance on to play now? You see what I mean?
Mm.
That's the issue now, because if you're a Pachuca Mexican team and you get higher up, you can win like big cash.
Yeah,
you're gonna come to compete, right?
Or even these Korean teams, or Asian teams.
But if you're Real Madrid or Manchester City and you can get some big cheese off, I don't think you're gonna the managers. I mean, not the managers, but the higher ups are not gonna be like, yeah, we're gonna just take this easy. Like, there's no fucking way.
Yeah, but I think there has to be some kind of like.
But that's what I'm saying. What's
fatigue.
The problem? What's the problem? Yeah, what is the problem?
There is fatigue.
What is the problem that's going to happen with this setup?
Injuries.
Right.
Is this worth?
If it's worth more than the Champions League,
it's worth more than your league. What if you get a big injury playing that long?
I think it matters about where you get the most money. You're not going to get the most money in your league. You're not going to get the most money in Champions League.
That's not necessarily true. You qualify for the money you win the league, which you also win.
Yeah.
TV rights.
Yeah, but you could also be half-assed.
And Champions League games.
Isn't that the problem that's happening at Tottenham when they're like, okay, like, we're going to be like mid, but we're going to try to do That's what all these teams are trying to do. It's like we're gonna be mid, but we're gonna try to get into these like tournaments and make real money. Which is a dumb business. It's weird because it's a business strategy, not a sports strategy. It's weird. Look at the Club World rankings in terms of all the teams that are in it right now.
Auckland City's gonna get destroyed.
So the strongest team in terms of
Where do they got Inter Miami?
Inter Miami is
26.
26. Yeah,
That's about right.
yeah, right above Seattle Sounders.
I put them above Leon. You tripping?
No, I wouldn't put them above Leon.
Above Leon? Yeah, I wouldn't put them up above Pachuca.
You crazy, dog. You crazy.
Okay.
So these are the club rankings, and these are kind of the hard. So the hardest teams.
I put that South African team lower. Are you tripping? Who do they play?
We got Inter Milan, Paris Saint-Germain, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Atletico, Manchester City, Chelsea, Juventus, Benfica, Dortmund. Those are the top 10. I guess the point is that I'm trying to make is this a dumb move from FIFA? Because this is going to give these teams incentives. And like I said, the problem is going to be fatigue, and what else is going to... Like, is this worth it? You literally put a shiny sticker saying, this costs a lot more money now. Like, don't you want to play in it? And then the coaches are going to be like, who gives a shit?
If I'm being honest...
Just putting your regs in there?
I don't care about this tournament.
I know you don't care, but what I'm saying, if you owned a team, you're the boss... And you're like, okay, we do well.
That's the weird part about this.
Yeah.
Because if I'm a Real Madrid, a Man City, a Inter, not Miami, Inter Milan, Bayern, I don't care about this tournament.
Even if it could help your business.
No. I am a big club.
Yeah.
There's the league.
Yeah.
There's Champions League, which is, sure, you give me more money in this than Champions League.
Yeah.
You don't have that prestige of it, though. If you win this or you win Champions League, which one's bigger?
Champions League.
Okay, but the money's better on this other World Cup thing.
Yes, that's the whole point.
But bragging rights isn't. And isn't that sports?
Is that where you rest your hat on?
Yeah,
I
don't care about this tournament. Have you honestly looked at tickets to go to this thing? And this is in our hometown.
No, not at all.
Neither do I. I don't care. I've gotten deals from Inter Miami to be like, yo, Inter Miami plays in the Club World Cup. You could get them cheaper. Cool.
Not going.
I don't care. I don't care to see them. I probably care to see maybe like, I was talking to my employee, but I don't think they're matched up. Boca Juniors, right? Like, I want to see different teams.
See, here you go.
If you want to go see a team, but that could be done in preseason.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
If Boca Juniors decided to do a preseason in America,
so this is like a glorified preseason.
Yeah, that's the way I'm looking at it.
Because it is technically in the summer.
What did we go see before when there was preseason? Tottenham and PSG.
Yeah.
And we drove up to Orlando.
Yeah.
That was fun. It was cool.
Yeah.
There was also Real Madrid versus Chelsea, I think was what it was. And that was cool. Like to see those are you're never really gonna get to see them. And I seen Barcelona and Real Madrid, the warm up Clásico that they did down here.
Yeah.
Those are cool games that you're never gonna experience.
Mm-hmm.
Was it like the passion of that, like the league and they were gonna beat each other up and all that stuff? No.
Yeah.
So I treat this as the same thing.
Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. The whole why they're money. It's money. Yeah, I don't even know why I'm asking.
And then
it's
also
money.
we need to say something important. FIFA. I'm sorry. Please do not.
We want to go to this.
Take me.
I know we have a hot take about it, but I kind of still want to go anyway.
Oh yeah. If they're cheap enough, they were pretty expensive when I saw them.
Well, I don't know.
And it wasn't like sold out type of thing. It was like the resale type of thing.
Yeah.
They were like $180, and I was just like, I'm not paying $180 to go see
Pachuca versus
Al Hilal. I'm like, no thanks, dude. Like, make them like $40-50. Like, yeah, I'll go.
Yeah.
I'll sit at the very top. I'm not saying I need front row.
Yeah.
But I think 180 was like starting at the very top. Like,
FIFA, give us tickets.
Bye, everybody.
Suck it, Arsenal. All right. It's hot in there.